Hello, Virgo. How are you? It is your time now, okay? So we're going to be doing your weekly reading for the week of June 17th, okay? This is going to apply to your sun, moon, and rising, both tropical, sidereal, and your progress chart. So you can look that up on astro.com. You can look that up on astro.com, okay? Let me think. Let me know if this resonates with you, and if it does, and if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can go ahead and do that on my website, sinfulpluto.com. I haven't said that in like my last videos. I probably should have, but it's fine. It's fine. Let me think. Anything else for you, Virgo, that I need to say? If you like this video, share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with your dog, your neighbors. And if it doesn't resonate with you today, that's fine. You can check in by the end of the week, and if it still doesn't resonate, that's okay, because the message wasn't for you then, okay? So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, simplepluto.com. On Instagram and Twitter at simplepluto. And I think that's it. Okay? Okay. So, Virgo, what's up? What's going on with you this coming week? Ooh. What's going on with you this week? What's going on with Virgo the week of June 17th? Alright, we got a card. Okay. Bottom of the deck is strength, so maybe you're dealing with a Leo. Ooh! Eight of Cups. Walking away from something. Specifically walking away from a disappointing situation. Maybe you're walking away from a disappointing situation with a Leo. Or maybe it has taken you maybe it's taken you a lot of courage in order to walk away from this disappointing situation, because I feel like for a while you wanted to cling on to it and hope that you could make it, right? Hope that you could make things work. But I feel like at this point you're like, you know what, fuck it, like I'm done, right? So you had to muster up the courage to do that, or you will have to muster up the courage to do so. And maybe this is something that you've been thinking about for a while. There's definitely an ending coming your way with this Ten of Swords, and I feel like you're tired of drawing out the situation. This could be related to a relationship for some of you. Two of Cups reversed. Doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It can be any sort of relationship, platonic, familial, business partnership. Who did I say had a business partnership? Was it Cancer who I said had a business partnership? There was someone who I mentioned in my last videos that had a business partnership that did not end very well. I think it might have been Cancer. So maybe some of you are dealing with a Cancer and had like a failed partnership in some sort of sense, especially a business partnership. Yeah, I think that was Cancer. Okay, so maybe you had to walk away from that, but I see a lot of endings, and I feel like it was dragged out long enough. Like, it's honestly way past due for you to be closing this chapter in your life. Again, with the Strength card, like, it took you a lot of courage to do this, like, a lot of bravery, because I feel like you really, I really feel like you were just, I feel like it's one of those things where you thought you were being strong by staying, but in reality, you're being strong by walking away. And so I think that with the Ten of Swords, it's just like a complete, absolute complete end to a cycle, a chapter in your life. And it's almost like, it could even be that you're letting a part of you die. Especially with a Sagittarius new moon, where it's like, everything has culminated to this moment, and now you're just ready to just release. Like, you're ready to just go, right? Maybe this is a habit that just needed to die off. Maybe this is a situation that had to die off, a mental process that had to die off. Whatever it is. That I feel like I said, it was something that had to happen, right? With the Four of Swords reversed. And I feel like you have to now forgive yourself for this, and specifically forgive yourself for letting it go on this long. Because I know that even though you're adaptable, you're an earth sign, you're practical. And so I feel like you tried to rationalize your way out of ending this situation. I feel like you were trying to rationalize, like, staying with this person. Like I said, it could be a Leo. Rationalizing, like, just everything in order to just stay, right? I mean, you're opposite of Pisces. So, like, even though, you know, you're seen as a rational sign, you do have the tendency to overexert yourself or to kind of put yourself in painful situations in hopes that the other person might reciprocate. And I feel like this is kind of like repeated behavior where you knew for a long time what the answer was, but you still kind of wanted to hold on to that hope. And so now you have to have like the courage to kind of cut things off. I mean, if you look at the Strength card, she has like a dagger pointing up. And I feel like it's finally time for you to kind of take that dagger and just kill off what was meant to be killed off for a very long time. This is something that has been just happening for a very long time, I think. Like a very long time. And it's just time for you to let go and to retreat. Like just surrender, to retreat, to just go away. Like just, it's gone on long enough. Like the battle, like I just feel like you're battle torn. Like you're so torn up from battle, from hurting and from fighting, you know, trying to make things work out. But now it's just like, you know what? Fuck it. Like I'm done. I'm absolutely done now. And so I see some sort of breakup, right? Doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It can be like a friendship, anything like that. There's some sort of breakup going on here. And of course you feel very hesitant from moving on, right? Of course you feel very hesitant, and maybe you feel that while you are transitioning, you are carrying a lot of emotional baggage. But I encourage you to reflect on this situation and like realize that just because you're physically leaving doesn't mean you're emotionally leaving. So let's say some of you have actually physically left the situation. Maybe you have physically left the situation, but emotionally you're still here. So in that case, like this coming week, I think emotionally it's just time for you to completely cut things off, right? And to no longer carry the emotional baggage, because even though it's not a physical thing that you're carrying, it's still weighing you down. And so I feel like in order for you to transition into a better life and focus on what really matters to you, you have to let go of that emotional baggage and just like cut that off, like cut that energetic cord, okay? And then that's going to allow you heal. Yeah, you're definitely, like, this is healing from a heartbreak. You're absolutely healing from some sort of heartbreak. It's funny because I know a Virgo who is literally going through this shit, so it's crazy how this is coming out. The moment that you let go of the emotional baggage and kind of let go of the past and kind of let go of any sort of hope with this person, you'll be able to start seeing things from a more brighter perspective and no longer focusing on like everything that you dropped, right? Because if it's the Five of Cups reversed, the Five of Cups upright, you see that the person is like focusing on like the 3 cups that they dropped, right? But with the card reverse, it's like being able to heal from that and forgiving yourself for dropping everything, right? Or for not handling things correctly, or for having a very negative mindset. Overall, this to me, it's healing from the disappointing situation. It's healing from that. And I feel like that's what you need to do if you haven't already done that. Because it absolutely hurt you, and you're valid in feeling the way that you feel. And I encourage you to stop kind of rationalizing it all, and allow yourself to feel what you need to feel. Allow yourself to go through the emotions. Go through it, but don't linger in it. And once you finish kind of grieving, over this, because of course it's gonna hurt, and of course it's painful. But once you finish grieving, walk away. Don't grieve longer than you need to, because you have stuff to do. Honestly, you have stuff to do. You don't need to be lingering on this right now, okay? Okay. So that's mainly what I see for you, Virgo. I'm going to pull some cards. I'm going to pull an oracle deck. I'm going to pull some oracle cards from my Spirit Animal Oracle. Also, the tarot deck that I was using is the Spellcaster's Tarot. I really love it. It was one of my first decks, and I really resonated with it, and lately I have been using it a lot, so yeah. So Virgo, let me know if this resonates with you. I would love to hear your feedback. And again, if this doesn't resonate with you now, just wait by the end of the week to see what may have changed, and if you do resonate with this at this point. And if it doesn't, that's okay, then the message wasn't for you. The message wasn't for you. Okay, this is too many fucking cards, brother. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, so what message does Virgo need to hear based on this spread? There we go. Swan Spirit. Oh my god, I love this card, bitch. Oh, time for a deep dive. So I think specifically with this Sagittarius full moon, you're going to be encouraged or even forced to dive into your subconscious and to dive into your emotions and actually feel them and not just try to intellectualize or rationalize everything that you're feeling, because feelings are not meant to be analyzed. They're not analytical things. They're not computerized, if that makes sense. Your emotions are abstract and they're complex, and it's just a web of interlinking and interlacing things, of connections, and allow yourself to feel that. Allow yourself to feel that, okay? Don't be scared to feel all of this stuff, okay? And I feel like it's time for you to detangle that web within you, right? And I say that because I have the frog spirit. Clear the clutter. Clear the clutter in your mind, in your spirit, in your emotions. Like, it's mind, body, spirit, right? I clear that up. If it's literally like your physical space that you need to clear up, and it could even be like, you know, using like energetically cleansing your space with Palo Santo or with whatever it is that you use. It could even be that, but it could also be like if you literally have a cluttered space with a bunch of papers that you don't have, or I'm sorry, that you don't need, do that, okay? Energetically, just clean up your space. You know, like I said, detangle the webs in your heart, in your mind, in your spirit, in your subconscious. Clear it out. Clear the clutter, you know, get rid of stuff that you don't need, and make space for a new beginning for yourself, because that's what I think is kind of leading up to this moment, is like you just need to clear space so that you can save it for something bigger and better and something that would make you a lot more happy, okay? So I hope that resonates with you, Virgo. Please let me know what you think. I would love to hear your feedback and all of that. And yeah, I will talk to you next week. Okay? Love you.